just heavy. And they're not like, you know, like well-bred horses are pretty thin-skinned. You know, they're light, they're sensitive. To get these horses light and sensitive, I like it because, you know, it's a challenge. So I'm going to sit down, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to get him soft. Woo, good. See, there, okay. And from this stage on, I'm really focusing on his head and neck elevation. Okay, see how, I mean, I can put this horse's head and neck wherever I want. I started right from the beginning in a halter. A horse's head and neck that's up high, you might as well just go to the house, because you're wasting your time if you do not. That horse cannot relax with his pole up here. A lot of folks, you know, they got them all bridled up, but they're full of anxiety because a horse. I believe that a horse cannot relax with his pole up, with his neck up. It's a kind of an adrenaline saying, must go. You watch horses in nature, they're hit when they're taking off, boy, and then on high alert, their head and neck is up like a hammer on a 357. And they're full of anxiety. And you see how he's blinking? Notice how he's blinking? He's blinking slow. That's good. He's just trying to get comfortable. Isn't that neat? So, you know, do stuff like this, and, well, I'm going to lope him off here into a right lead. And that's another thing. If you lope a horse in a left lead, or, you know, be cognizant of, or have your friend to really help you feel. And you can even watch yourself in the shadow in the evening. Or if you're poor and don't have mirrors, you can watch your shadow. That's the way the old timers did it. But be really cognizant of loping a horse equally in a right lead as you do a left lead. Because they'll get strong leaded and you can't hardly get them in one or the other, because they just get used to it. And I remember when I was cowboying, heck, I cowboyed for years. I couldn't tell you what lead I was in. I was just trying to get up there to the cow and rope it, you know. And my horses fell down a lot too. I mean, we'd be running wide open, trying to rope. He'd slide on the slick grass and I'd be sliding on the ground right next to him, because I zagged to the left and his back end was still in the right lead. See, I wasn't smart enough to figure. So the way I did it, I just put heel grabs on my shoes so it wouldn't slip. But now I know why he fell down all them years. Okay, so I'm going to lope this horse off into a right lead. So when I'm in a right lead, I should be able to see my toe here, you know, part of my toe, and I should not be able to see my left. My left leg should be underneath me, and I should use my thigh like a post and calf, and the pressure's off him here, and I'm going to squeeze my butt cheeks together, kind of like I got to holding back a big old number 2, and squeezing my butt cheeks, and watch, I'm going to smooch at him. I'm going to drive him with the left hind leg. See, here we go. Up, see, he's in the wrong lead. See how heavy he is? So I just bring him right back down. I'm going to do it again. There he goes. He's kind of hard there. He's pushing on me. There, he backed off. He's pushing on me. He's kind of going fast. There, see how I'm kind of bumping on him a little. Came down. There he goes again. I want him to slow down. There he goes again. He loped off again. Good. Loping a green colt too fast is not a good thing, because you just teach them to thinking they got to motor around. He's hard. He's there. He backed off. I'm there. See, I just held like a brick wall there. He's still pushing. He's kind of pushing there. Now he's blowing, that's good. He's still kind of pushing up into my hands. Pushing him up with my left foot to keep him, left leg to keep him real open. He's kind of wants to put his head up. I'm fixing it. Every time his head, there he made it. Now leave him be. See, don't keep pecking on him. His head's down, his ears forward, leave him alone. When his head starts, there you see him right off a little bit. There he goes. Now his head's dropping. I can feel he kind of wanting to die. I'm pushing him up with my spur. I got a ball spur on him. It's not bothering him too much. See, I don't want him stopping when he wants to stop. I'm stopping him when I say it's time. There he's coming to. There he's coming to. Now, watch, I'll bring him down to a trot here. I'll change it up here a little bit. I'm posting with that left fine. I'm rising and falling with that left front foot. Now watch here. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna get it there, get him soft. See, he needs to get that face soft. There. Okay, now I'm gonna lope him off again. Ah, it's wrong lead. Wrong lead. There he goes. There he goes. He's still a little bit fast. There he backed off. Open. There we go. I'm not really asking him to lope around like a Western pleasure horse, but at the same token, he don't need to be running around like a raped ape either. He just needs to just lope around nice and easy. And every now and then, there, see, I'll ask for a soft feel. There, see how he'll tip his nose in for a soft feel there. Keep a rhythm in my body. There he goes. Notice how there he's doing great. Much better. Doing real good. The footing's not super great, so I'm not gonna call the W word from the lope. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna bring him down there. Good. That's good. Okay. Ooh. There. Okay. Good. All right. You don't have to sit down and do a slide and stop all the time. Now, I will say one other thing. As far as stability when I ride, when you see me ride and you see my pelvis is moving when he canters, and I grip with my thighs. On these green colts that can jump and buck in any second, I grip with my thighs and I raise my toes up and I keep my calves away from him. But I have a tight seat and I pivot. See, I pivot right off like I had a piece of all thread going right through and a big old wing nut on there, and I pivot like that, see? But my seat is tight. I've heard so many people say, well, you gotta have daylight under your knees. If you're gripping, if you're wearing the insides of your shaps out, or you're riding wrong. Bull corn, I say, bull corn. If you're riding gentle horses, yeah. But if you're riding green horses, if you're riding around with all that daylight under your knees, they can spook and splatter and blow up, and you're you're already bucked off. So what I'm ready on these colts. I ride quiet, I don't squeeze on them from the knee down, I don't. But I've got a good tight seat, and I'm ready, because you'll be going along and all of a sudden, you know, they'll blow up and buck you off so fast, and that doesn't do them any good, you falling off. So when we were giving riding lessons, that's what I taught my students, to pivot, grip, and pivot off your, you know, and when you're posting, lope cantering, don't be just going around there like a big old sack of wet mice. You know, just slopping around. You know, take some pride in yourself. Keep your shoulders back. Watch dressage people the way they ride. That's probably some of the most prettiest riders. So the best way to get good at a hackamore or a snaffle bit is just use one. That's all I can tell you. You know, and you'll hear people talking on and on and on about the kind of core that you need in a hackamore. Oh, it has to only be a rawhide core. That ain't true. I've had hackamores that had a rope core in them, like a lariat rope core in them, that was all right. I've had them that had a steel cable core in them. Now, you can't show in them a cable core, but a cable core hackamore is heavy, and it's kind of dead and heavy. And sometimes when you have a dead, heavy horse, you banging on him with that big, dead, heavy, it's like an anvil. And I'm telling you, actually, I wish I had a cable core hackamore to put on him. He'd have been lighter a week ago. You know, but anyway, this is the heaviest I got. It's a rawhide core, and it's okay. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying you're going to hear all kinds of stuff on TV. And the bottom line is, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to just experiment. It's your journey, you know. And I, for one, you know, the guys out here doing it, and, you know, there's lots of armchair quarterbacks. And I just say get out there. Get out there and do something, learn, you know. If you're scared that they're going to run off, ride in an arena or something, or you know, something where they're not going to run off with you. But just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to set yourself up and your horse for success. Okay. Stay thirsty, my friends.